There are no weather warnings in force today. It's a cloudy one ahead with outbreaks of rain and drizzle. And yet again, the outlook remains mild. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain. I mean, there are rumours of snow, but it is not true around
Did you
here.
start the rumours?
Well, just to talk about something else. There are no weather warnings in force. There's no snow in the forecast, but I have found snow and a lot of it over in eastern Russia. Look at these crazy pictures. Yes, no snow here. We have the other face of winter, the cloudy and mild one. But today, there are no weather warnings in force, none for the rest of the week. And things are a lot more settled. We have a weather front moving across us today. It is a warm front, so bringing these milder, cloudy conditions. We will see a brief spell of rain, bringing some windier conditions. And in honour of Burns Night, I'm wearing my tartan kilt this morning. Now, weather-wise, finally, for the first time in a long time, we have no weather warnings in force. The outlook is a lot more settled. We do have a weather front moving across us today. It is a warm front, and it brings with it milder air, outbreaks of rain. Behind it, as it clears through, this weather, these temperatures, 12, maybe 13 degrees, so exceptionally mild. How do things pan out as we head through the next 7 days? Well, we keep with the Atlantic moving in from the west, and it keeps things mild. So let's take a look at the north of the UK, Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern areas of England. This is our trend. This is where our average temperature should be for the time of year in the north, and they remain way above average for the rest of the week, well into the middle of next week as well. Percentage chance of rainfall across the north of the UK. It is looking very wet today with this weather front moving through, drier as we head through the next few days, but hit and miss showers as weather fronts try to make progress into the end of the weekend and next week. Fortunes further south for England and Wales for the next 7 days. Well, again, the temperatures are way above average by day and by night. No signs of a frost or any cold, snowy weather. And percentage chance of rainfall. Today is dull and damp with the outbreaks of rain and drizzle, but with higher pressure moving close by through southern areas, the outlook is actually largely fine and dry and staying mild. Good morning to you. For the first time in what feels like a long time, we have no weather warnings in force. We do have wind and rain, but nothing as wet or as windy as the last few days. This is the pressure sequence showing a weather front moving in today, and it is a warm front, and it brings with it grey, dull, damp conditions. So overcast, misty this morning, chilly in the east, but it is mild in the west. We're looking at 10 or 11 degrees to start. So it is cloudy, dull, damp, outbreaks of rain and drizzle, heaviest in the west, and mild to today's highs of 13 degrees. Good morning to you. We have no weather warnings in force today or for the rest of the week because the weather is settling down. We have got a weather front moving across us today. It is a warm front. It brings with it mild conditions. And yes, there'll be rain later associated with this. And the wind's picking up for a time. But by the end of the week and the weekend, high pressure close to the south. Good morning to you. We have no weather warnings in force today or for the rest of the week. And yes, there's some wind and rain in the forecast, but nowhere near as wet and windy as we've seen over the last few days. Today is grey. It is dull, it is damp, it is drizzly, and the rain turns heavier in the west later. This is how it looks right now. A weather front moving in from the west, a warm front, and it brings with it warm air. So a mild start for most of us this morning and a grey one as well. Heavy rain initially for Scotland and eastern England. That clears away, then it's dull and damp. Then heavier rain this afternoon for Wales and the southwest of England with extensive mist and hail fog. The winds start to pick up in the west as well. Not as gusty as earlier this week, but temperature-wise, look at this, 13 or 14 degrees. It is again exceptionally mild.